Liverpool's ALEXANDER-ARNOLD linked to a shock Real Madrid move, Barcelona in a race against time for Olmo, and Aston Villa looking to hijack the João Félix deal with a 50 million bid. All this and much more in today's issue, and you do not forget to put a like, click on the bell and subscribe. You done yet? Then we can get started. Liverpool have reportedly made an approach to sign Real Madrid's highly rated goalkeeper Andriy Lunin, who is expected to leave the La Liga giants this summer. The Reds, under new manager Arne Slot, have been quiet in the transfer market, with departures overshadowing arrivals so far. Lunin, praised as a world-class shot-stopper, started many games for Real Madrid last season during Thibaut Courtois' injury absence. With Courtois set to reclaim his starting spot, Lunin is likely to be relegated to the bench. Valued at just £25 million, Lunin could be a bargain for clubs seeking a new number one or a top-class backup. Liverpool's interest in Lunin is intriguing, given Alisson Becker's undisputed status as the first-choice goalkeeper. However, with interest from the Saudi Pro League in Alisson and Kwame Kelleher likely to seek regular first-team football elsewhere, Liverpool's pursuit of Lunin starts to make more sense. Despite his impressive performances with Real Madrid, Lunin is expected to seek a starting position at another top European club. If he joins Liverpool, he would likely serve as Alisson's backup, which raises questions about his willingness to accept such a role. Reports from Spain suggest that Liverpool's interest is genuine, indicating potential future changes in their goalkeeping lineup. Should Lunin sign, he would provide Liverpool with arguably the best goalkeeper pairing in the Premier League, offering Slot an incredible rotation option and enhancing squad depth. Lunin's desire for regular first-team football contrasts with Liverpool's current setup, where Alisson remains the clear number one. This disparity makes it difficult to envision Lunin accepting a secondary role. Nevertheless, his acquisition would provide a reliable option should Alisson depart or require rest. Lunin, entering the final year of his contract at Real Madrid, is keen to leave in search of regular playing time. Several Premier League clubs have contacted him, but he remains unconvinced by their proposals and has started pre-season with Real Madrid, awaiting further developments. Liverpool, with Alisson likely to remain their first choice, do not urgently need a new starting goalkeeper. However, Lunin's availability at £25 million represents a smart move for the club. Whether the Ukrainian is willing to accept a backup role at Anfield remains to be seen. In summary, while Lunin would undoubtedly strengthen Liverpool's goalkeeping options, the practicalities of such a move need careful consideration. Liverpool fans may remain sceptical until more concrete developments unfold, particularly regarding Alisson's future and Kelleher's next steps. İlkay Gündoğan has received a lucrative 3-year offer from Qatari side Al Sadd, according to reports from TV3. The former Manchester City midfielder, who joined Barcelona on a 2-year deal last summer, is now facing speculation about his future after just one season at Camp Nou. Al Sadd, known for attracting high-profile players, are keen to bolster their squad ahead of the new season and see Gündoğan as a significant addition to their midfield. The Qatari club has a history of signing top talent, and securing Gündoğan would be a major coup. Despite having a year left on his contract with Barcelona, Gündoğan is said to be considering the proposal from Al Sadd. The 33-year-old had a productive season with Barcelona, contributing 19 goal involvements in 54 appearances, including 5 goals and 14 assists. However, recent reports have cast doubt over his continuity at the club. According to Sport, Gündoğan remains committed to Barcelona and is not thinking about leaving this summer. The German midfielder, who has been on vacation after leading his national team to the quarter-finals of the European Championship, is focused on fulfilling his contract with the Blaugrana. His relationship with new manager Hansi Flick, with whom he has worked in the German national team, further solidifies his intention to stay. Gündoğan's salary and Barcelona's existing midfield options have raised some questions about his future. However, the veteran midfielder's desire to stay and play for his dream club remains unchanged. He is expected to return to Barcelona at the end of the week to join the team for their upcoming tour in the United States, where he will be a central figure. While Barcelona will respect whatever decision Gündoğan makes, the ball is firmly in his court. The club is prepared to accept his choice, whether he decides to stay in Catalonia or take on a new challenge in Qatar. Gundogan's arrival at Barcelona last summer was seen as a significant boost under Xavi Hernandez, and he quickly became an integral part of the team, providing crucial goals, assists, and leadership on the field. Despite the whispers in the rumour mill, there is no strong indication that Barcelona is looking to offload him, especially with the upcoming season under Hansi Flick. In summary, Ilkay Gundogan faces a tempting offer from Al Sadd, but his commitment to Barcelona and his excitement to work under Flick suggest he will continue to be a vital part of the team for the 2024-25 season. Real Madrid are reportedly considering a move for Aymeric Laporte, the Al Nassr defender, as they seek to bolster their backline. According to El Larguero, Laporte is open to a significant pay cut to facilitate a return to Europe, but Al Nassr may complicate this potential transfer. The urgency for Real Madrid to secure a reliable defender has increased after missing out on Lenny Yoro. While formal talks with Al Nassr or Laporte have yet to commence, the club recognizes the complexities involved in signing the former Manchester City star. His current salary, around €20 million per season, poses a major challenge for Madrid despite their confidence in negotiating terms with Al Nassr. Interestingly, reports suggest that Laporte, fresh from winning the UEFA Euro 2024 with Spain, would be willing to reduce his salary. However, Al Nassr remains a significant obstacle. The defender, who joined the Saudi club last summer, is reportedly keen on leaving, with Al Nassr prepared to let him go if a suitable offer arises. Rudy Galletti has reported that Laporte has requested a transfer, sparking interest from both Real Madrid and Athletic Bilbao, while Los Blancos have internally discussed the possibility of bringing Laporte on board. Athletic Bilbao have also added him to their shortlist of defensive targets. Athletic Bilbao dreams of a reunion with their former player, but Al Nassr's asking price makes this unlikely. Laporte, who was instrumental in Spain's Euro 2024 triumph, has dispelled any concerns about his form following a season in Saudi Arabia. His left-footed profile is particularly appealing to Carlo Ancelotti's coaching staff at Real Madrid, who have praised his abilities during training camps. His partnership with Lenormand and Nacho during the tournament showcased his defensive prowess, earning him recognition as one of the best centre-backs in the competition. Real Madrid are now contemplating the best approach to secure Laporte's services. A loan deal appears to be the most practical solution, allowing the club to address their immediate defensive needs while continuing their search for a young central defender for the future. This strategy would provide time to find a long-term solution without compromising the team's current stability. As the summer transfer window progresses, it will be intriguing to see if Laporte's return to La Liga becomes a reality. Barcelona are stepping up their efforts to secure Dani Olmo, offering the Spanish playmaker a substantial 6-year contract. The Catalan giants are ready to go head-to-head with Manchester City in the race for Olmo, who has been in scintillating form for Spain at Euro 2024. According to Sport Bild, despite Olmo's €60 million release clause expiring on July 20th, RB Leipzig remain open to negotiations. The Bundesliga club is fully aware of the widespread interest in their star, with Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Barcelona all keen on acquiring his services. Barcelona, unable to activate Olmo's exit clause up front due to financial constraints, are devising a new payment strategy. The club is looking to structure the transfer fee to fit their budget, proposing a base fee of €40 to €50 million, potentially paid in up to 3 installments, with performance-based bonuses covering the remainder to meet the €60 million valuation. The proposed 6-year contract for Olmo would allow Barcelona to amortize the transfer fee over several years, easing financial pressures and complying with La Liga and UEFA regulations. The deal includes an initial salary similar to his current earnings at Leipzig, around €11 million annually, with a significant increase from the 3rd year, following a model used with other high-profile signings like Robert Lewandowski and Ilkay Gundogan. To facilitate this move, Barcelona are considering offloading several players, including central defenders Clement Lenglet and Inigo Martinez and young Brazilian talent Vitor Roque. Sporting director Deco has been actively involved, holding fresh talks with Olmo's agent to push the operation into full swing. Despite the financial challenges, Barcelona are determined to secure Olmo's signature. His desire to return to Camp Nou, where he trained at the famed La Masia Academy, could play a pivotal role in the negotiations. Leipzig, however, are holding firm on their €60 million valuation, looking for more immediate payment. The competition for Olmo's signature remains fierce, with top clubs like Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Manchester City and Liverpool also in the mix. Yet Olmo's top priority is reportedly a return to Barcelona, which could be a decisive factor. Barcelona are hoping to leverage Leipzig's urgency to secure Olmo's exit and his strong desire to return to Camp Nou in order to lower the cost of the operation. Deco has been tasked with closing the deal, ensuring Olmo returns to Catalonia this summer. While the financial aspects are challenging, Barcelona's strategic approach and Olmo's incredible form make this a compelling pursuit. In their bid to regain a competitive edge, Barcelona are broadening their horizons this summer to bolster their squad, with Olmo seen as a key piece in their plans. The Catalans are aware that they will have to get close to the €60 million mark in any case, but they are hoping to reach an agreement that will allow them to perhaps pay the amount in comfortable installments or include more add-ons in the deal. Deco, the sporting director, has been at the forefront of negotiations, recently spotted in a fresh meeting with Olmo's agent. Olmo's impressive performances for Spain at Euro 2024 have further incentivized Barcelona to secure his signature. They see him as a versatile player who can play as an attacking midfielder or left winger, with his best performances coming as a number 10. His excellent first touch and ability to thread a pass through the tightest of defenses make him a valuable asset for the Catalans. Time will tell if Barcelona can play their cards right and secure Olmo's return to Camp Nou. The club is aware of the intense competition, but they remain hopeful that their strategic approach and Olmo's personal desire to return will tip the scales in their favour. Deco continues to work diligently on the deal, aiming to bring the Spanish star back to his roots in Catalonia this summer. Aston Villa are making significant strides in their pursuit of João Félix, the former Barcelona and Chelsea star, currently with Atletico Madrid. Unai Emery is keen to secure the Portuguese forward this summer, and Villa now have the financial muscle to present a compelling offer. Sources indicate that Villa are actively working on a package to bring Félix back to the Premier League, following a failed attempt last summer. This deal is expected to be costly, but Emery is determined to make it happen. The 24-year-old spent last season on loan at Barcelona, where he netted 10 goals and provided 6 assists in 44 appearances. Prior to that, Félix had a brief stint at Chelsea, scoring 4 goals in 18 matches. Earlier in the window, Benfica attempted to reunite with their former wonderkid, presenting a €32.5 million offer for 50% of Félix's future transfer rights. Despite being signed by Atletico for a staggering €126 million in 2019, Félix has yet to fully realise his immense potential, although his record of 34 goals and 18 assists in 131 games for Atletico, along with 41 caps and 8 goals for Portugal, is impressive. Villa see Félix as a player who needs a consistent home and a steady environment, something they can offer. The recent €60 million sale of record signing Moussa Diaby to Al Ittihad has provided Villa with substantial funds, which could be used to secure Félix. While there are other targets, Félix is reportedly high on Emery's list. The relationship between Félix and Atletico manager Diego Simeone has deteriorated, resulting in the player going out on loan for the past 18 months. Barcelona, where Félix played last season, are not expected to make a significant effort to bring him back. According to Sport, Aston Villa are already negotiating with Atletico, who are demanding around €50 million for the forward. Félix is an express request from Emery, especially after Diaby's departure. Negotiations are reportedly underway, and an agreement could be reached if Villa meet Atletico's valuation. Félix is scheduled to return to Atletico for pre-season training next week, something both parties wish to avoid, potentially giving Villa an advantage in the negotiations. Emery has yet to make a marquee signing during his tenure at Villa, but guiding the club to a Champions League spot after a 4th-place finish last season could help lure a big name like Félix. Despite the high cost, Villa are still in the hunt for the forward, who has no desire to return to Atletico after spending last season on loan. Félix remains a dream target for Emery. While the deal will not be easy due to the financial implications, Villa are optimistic about their chances. Unai Emery is a huge admirer of João Félix, who, at 24, still has a lot to offer. Both Benfica and Barcelona have shown interest, but Villa are pushing hard to secure the Portuguese star. Liverpool are confident that Trent Alexander-Arnold will remain at Anfield for at least another season, and potentially beyond, following positive talks over a lucrative new contract. Despite this, Real Madrid remains a serious contender for his signature, and a future move to the Bernabeu cannot be ruled out. Alexander-Arnold, a homegrown star and pivotal figure at Liverpool, has amassed an impressive 79 assists and 19 goals in 310 appearances over 8 seasons. However, with just a year left on his contract, concerns are growing that he might be tempted away from Liverpool, possibly as soon as this summer. Real Madrid, longtime admirers of the 25-year-old, have monitored his progress for years. With Kylian Mbappe joining Los Blancos this summer and close friend Jude Bellingham already at the club, speculation about a move to Real Madrid has intensified. While Real Madrid's initial plan appears to be securing Alexander-Arnold as a free agent in 2025, they might attempt to lure Liverpool into a sale this summer, given his contract situation. Recent reports indicate that Liverpool have initiated steps to secure Alexander-Arnold's future, engaging in preliminary talks over a contract extension. New Reds boss Arne Slot met with Alexander-Arnold before his departure with England for the European Championships, holding what have been described as positive discussions about his future. While specific contract negotiations were paused to allow the player to focus on Euro 2024, Slot left with the understanding that Alexander-Arnold is committed to the Anfield project for at least another year. With Alexander-Arnold's agent set to meet Liverpool officials next week, it is expected that the club will present a substantial offer to retain his services. Alexander-Arnold is reportedly excited about the new season and committed to the team's success. Liverpool are determined to keep him, recognizing his immense value to the squad. Despite Liverpool's efforts, Real Madrid remains undeterred and plans to approach Alexander-Arnold in 2025 if he does not sign an extension. The possibility of a free transfer move to the Bernabeu looms if a new deal is not agreed upon, as Alexander-Arnold will be able to negotiate pre-contract terms with the European champions from January 1st. Reports from Spain suggest that Alexander-Arnold might have already agreed to join Real Madrid next summer. However, it is unlikely that Liverpool would allow such a crucial player to leave for free, considering his status as an academy product and the financial implications for the club. Alexander-Arnold, who has already won every major club trophy with Liverpool, has previously expressed his desire to stay at Anfield for his entire career, even aspiring to become the club captain one day. Liverpool are now in talks with Alexander-Arnold over a contract extension until 2028 at 29, with the initial feeling being that an agreement on personal terms is likely. Retaining Alexander-Arnold is seen as crucial for Liverpool, given his elite-level potential and importance to the team. While the lure of Real Madrid is significant, it would be a major surprise if Alexander-Arnold left Liverpool in the current transfer window.